We're going to talk a lot about severe weather for tonight, but I'll tell you about a week from now, we're probably going to be talking about winter weather. Season's changing fast around here. We had snow last weekend. We got severe weather this weekend. We may see more snow next weekend. That's the ICAM in Rogers. There's a lot of traffic. There's not a lot of lightning. But look at this, if it pops up. It's going to be Springdale looking south through the weather system. Oh my gosh, I'm going to stand out of the way. Look at this. This is southbound on I-49. You can see all of the lightning as these storms move in. Now, this particular cell is actually located half in Oklahoma and half in the southwest part of Washington County, and it's tracking to the north. These things have all kinds of lightning. It's not only like this in Springdale and Fayetteville. It's really like this right now out across Charleston as well. A lot of cloud-to-ground lightning strikes with this, and we do expect these storms to actually increase in intensity over the next couple of hours. Lightning is going to be very frequent. We talked about how lightning hit our transmitter and knocked us off the air. Lightning may hit your neighbor's house, may hit a tree, may knock some power out of your place too, so make sure you got the phones charged, and you can always download the 5 News app or go to our 5newsonline.com on your mobile device and click Watch Live. We'll be doing severe weather coverage on there. Crazy, isn't it? Late November and December, all that lightning. Tornado watch is out for eastern Oklahoma. Just checking now. I don't see the Weather Service issuing any watches just yet, or the Storm Prediction Center, but I do think there's going to be one coming, probably for west central Arkansas. There's one severe thunderstorm warning locally. All right, let's get to the radar. Let's talk about what in the world's going on. We have a couple of cells that have developed, and more that are forming to the west. None of these right now are severe, although these have shown some severe characteristics. The lightning doesn't make it severe, but the wind speeds do, and the wind speeds have been on the increase in both of these cells, east of Fort Smith and also southwest of Fayetteville. The general track has been to the north. There's a whole mess of lightning up north of the northwest of Paris. There's also a lot of lightning in southwest Washington County that's tracking to the north and to the northeast as well. That guy is coming right into Fayetteville. So we'll be looking at this probably in about the next 30 to 45 minutes. If it doesn't go severe, it's just going to be a big lightning storm. It's going to wake everybody in the house up when this thing comes rolling through Fayetteville and Johnson and Springdale. On its current track, it may even get into Rogers, although it may miss Salem Springs just a little bit. Here's a closer look at it. There's I-49. Boy, the core of that thing is right there over Morrow. I don't see any rotation with it, but we are watching some damaging winds possible on the east side of it. Again, that track is northeast. It's basically going right up 62, so we're talking about it in Lincoln and eventually getting into Fayetteville. There's a new scan with it showing that lightning that's out there. It's really concentrated out towards Lincoln. This is another angry storm here northwest of Charleston with so many lightning strikes. I can't hardly even see the town of Charleston on there. You can see them all here concentrated in northeast Sebastian County. That's tracking north. You guys have it in Ozark. You're going to keep getting it in Ozark. A closer look shows this along 217, Highway 22, so running out of Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, coming out towards Bloomer and Charleston. Real narrow band there, but just to the northwest of Charleston is where the strongest core is with that storm. That storm has shown some wind speeds as well, and a little bit of weak rotation in it. Another scan here shows some showers and storms in southwest LaFleur County. These things are also going to be tracking northeast. We'll be watching this as it makes its way on in. So that's the radar view of the entire area right now. Let's talk about the severe weather risks. We mentioned it a bit earlier. The latest outlook still has this going for a 3 on a scale of 1 to 5. Let's step off camera real quick and see what this is. Looks like the Storm Prediction Center looks like they're considering a new watch. Actually, just came down. New watch it hasn't been issued yet, but a tornado watch is coming. A 95% likelihood. It's going to be a tornado watch. It's going to include most of central Arkansas and southeast Oklahoma. Storm Prediction Center saying increasing threat for tornadoes continues. Tornado watch will be needed soon. So we might have that watch here for you guys by the end of the newscast. It's probably going to be in this 3 area, maybe on either side of it as well. Let's get to temperatures. Mid-60s in Benton County, 60s in Washington County. It is just flat out sticky and warm out there. It's nearly 70 in the River Valley, and the warm front's parked right there. So we talked about this a bit earlier, and we'll look at the dew point temperature. It's the fuel for these storms. It increases the farther south you go, and that's why that 3 area is going to be a bit richer for these storms. Over the next couple of hours, we should get showers and storms bubbling up across the area. Some of these will have the potential to be severe. Unfortunately, some of these could spin with a tornado risk as they make their way on in. A look at HD Futurecast 2 the rest of the evening shows this thing moving through. It really doesn't clear us till about midnight or so, and then everything sweeps on out to the east. So prime time is now through about midnight, reaching a peak somewhere around 8, 9, and 10. We'll be online and on air and on your cell phone, probably on social as well. We should get you guys the all clear around midnight or 2 in the morning. That's how it plays out the next couple of days. Again, you're not going to see a snowstorm on this one, but next weekend looks wintry. Just saying. It's amazing how fast it changes. Temperatures where you live are going to be falling into the 50s. I should point out this weekend, too. Behind this front, it's not going to be 70, but it's not going to be super cold. Sunday, we get another big push of air. That's the one that drops us into the 40s. and brings back overnight lows in the 30s.
A Herculean job by you and everybody over there, and in the control room, keeping this thing on the air right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of weather to talk about, so it's good. We'll watch that storm too coming into Fayetteville. If it upticks a little bit more, it may end up being severe.
And this is just the start.
Just the start.
If you think, well, a lot of folks might be thinking, okay, this has gone fast, we're done.
Yeah, no. And what's interesting too, you can always gauge the intensity of how unstable the atmosphere is by the increase in lightning.
Right.
These storms have a ton of lightning in. Those are some vigorous updrafts that are developing right now.
Okay. All right, Garrett, thanks. We'll check back in with Garrett here in just a few moments. Up next, Bobby Swafford in tonight's sports. Stay with us.